Good morning. The Secretary General will update you on the meeting of the NATO-Georgia Commission, and then he'll be happy to take a few questions. Secretary General.
Good morning. We have just concluded a very constructive meeting of the NATO-Georgia Commission. NATO is very grateful for Georgia's many contributions to Euro-Atlantic security, especially the service of the highly skilled men and women of the Georgian military, many of whom have served in Afghanistan, where Georgia is the largest non-NATO contributor to our training mission. They are helping to build a more stable future for the people in Afghanistan. Georgia also provides an infantry company to the NATO response force. This morning we discussed NATO's strong commitment to Georgia's security and territorial integrity, and reviewed the many ways that Georgia and the alliance are working together. We remain concerned by the deepening of Russia's relations with Abkhazia and South Ossetia regions of Georgia. We call on Russia to end its recognition of these regions and withdraw its forces from Georgian territory. We also discussed progress Georgia continues to make along the path of reform, including with its successful efforts to modernize its armed forces. The alliance is fully committed to providing Georgia with the advice and tools it needs to advance towards eventual NATO membership. We continue to implement the substantial NATO-Georgia package, on which together we are making impressive progress. Our armed forces are increasingly capable of operating together, and planning is already underway for the 2019 NATO-Georgia joint military exercise. Our joint training and evaluation center in Georgia is up and running, and the NATO-funded Defense Institution Building School in Georgia has already trained around 1,000 soldiers. In subjects as diverse as the rule of law, in armed conflict, hybrid warfare, and cyber security. NATO continues to benefit from Georgia's advice on security issues related to the Black Sea. And we are engaged in increasingly close dialogue on the Black Sea region and cooperation in the region. We are also working together on a host of other issues, such as energy security, explosive ordnance disposal, cyber defense, intelligence, secure communications, and promoting the role of women serving in the Georgian armed forces. In other words, NATO support to Georgia is concrete and is making a real difference. It is about action each and every day. Last night over dinner, NATO Foreign Ministers had a good discussion focused on two issues, Russia and North Korea. We agreed that our approach to Russia, decided at the Warsaw Summit in 2016, defense and dialogue, has been effective. We have strengthened our collective defense while remaining open to dialogue. We have sustained economic sanctions, and we are using our military lines of communications. As we look to the summit next July, we agreed we should continue to strengthen our deterrence and defense, pursue dialogue in good faith, and support our partners in Eastern Europe. Last night, we also discussed the threat of North Korea. As last week's launch showed, North Korean ballistic missiles can now reach all allies. NATO strongly supports a peaceful, negotiated solution to the crisis on the Korean Peninsula. So we need to continue our solidarity with our regional partners, Japan and South Korea. We need firm pressure on North Korea. And we need to keep providing strong deterrence to keep all allies safe. And with that, I'm ready to take your questions.